Hello and welcome to the Wes-Del Sports Network. I'm Coach McLaughlin, and we're excited to be here for another MEC battle. I'm joined, as always, by the Hall of Famer, former head coach, and always our coach, Biff Wilson. Coach, how's it going tonight?
It's going great, going great. Happy to be back in the gym. It seems like it's been a while.
Yeah, it has, and even though there was some volleyball being played this weekend, um, we didn't cover that as far as our end of it goes. So we are excited to be back here for an MEC matchup tonight. Blue River comes to town, bringing their squad. And if you're wondering why are we live so soon, it's because there's no JV tonight. Numbers are a little lower for Blue River, not so for the Warriors. They'll try to make up that JV game with someone else, I'm sure. But Blue River brings over their team, and it's a varsity only, so we're a little early tonight. So if you are watching or tuned in for the JV game, it's varsity only, and right away we'll go at it for this MEC matchup. Blue River comes in with a 2-4 record on the season, and they're looking to go home with that MEC victory. Wes-Del is 2-7 on the season, so both teams tonight looking for that third victory. As you will often notice when you think about the Wes-Del schedule, heavy with the MEC conference games early in the year, and then it kind of tails off a little bit towards the end of the season. But we have to go right back at it with an MEC battle tonight. So Blue River comes to town. Coach, tell us a little bit maybe about what you know about Blue River, and then if you want to lead that into some stats on the Warriors, we'll go with that also.
Well, I'll tell you, Blue River, sort of a team after my own heart because they don't put stats in Max Prep. But towards the end of the year, about everybody puts stats in Max Preps. So you can take a look at how they were last year. And last year they had a decent year, lost in the sectional to Seton Catholic. And you can take a look at the roster and see who's left and see what they did. So they did lose 2 out of their 3 biggest offensive threats, but are left with their bigger offensive threat, who would be number 8 junior Autumn West. She's going to be probably their top offensive threat. She was hitting out of the middle during some warm-up. If they can get the ball to her, look out. She's got a pretty quick arm, and she knows what to do with it. As you said, they are 2-4. They're 0-2 in the MEC. Out of their 6 matches, only 2 MEC matches. The only matches we haven't been in the MEC was last weekend's K. Saunders Classic. They are a 1A team, same as us. They do feed into the same regional as we do, and we do share some common opponents since we are in the same. What do I want to say? Or conference. Yeah. Now they did beat Wes-Del last season as they were going 15-13. Like I said, lost to Seton Catholic in the sectional. Number 8, Autumn West. She's a junior. Number 2, another junior, Lily Williams. Those are going to be the top 2 offensive threats that return from last year. West and Williams, again, on defense are the 2 blocking leaders. And the backcourt leaders, they're libero, a senior, number 1, Becca Grimm, and then number 5, Carolyn Hirschman. She was pretty high defensively, and she is their setter as well. As far as Wes-Del goes, you're going to have the usual suspects out there on offense. Again, we're 2-7, 1-4 in the MEC. We're going to see a lot of probably, if the passing's good, we'll see a lot of Aubrey Antrim. She hits out of the left side and out of the middle. Taylor Freeman, a former setter, and your setters usually know what to do with the ball, and she does as well. She's hitting left side, something she started doing towards the end of last year. And then freshman Joy Toney has a pretty live arm out there and a good hand motion. She's going to put some balls on the floor. Defensively, we'll see senior Kai Nu back there in the libero position, as well as 2 freshmen, number 6 Layla Carmichael, number 7 Joy Toney, keeping balls off the floor. So that's what we're looking at right now. There's 2 common opponents, Wapahani and Eastern Hancock, that they've both played. They've both lost to them in straight sets. So I'm looking for a pretty good match tonight.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think it's going to be a good match for both teams. We're going to pause here just for a second, as you can see the flag coming down, and respect for the country as we do our national anthem. So there you have it, the national anthem, and we will stick with the voice of the Warriors, Brian Lake, and go through our starting lineups for both teams. Well, there you have it, your starting lineups for both teams, and we're about to play volleyball right here. When you have two teams struggling, but fairly well matched, and you're both looking for that victory, Coach, sometimes these are the games that really can kind of springboard you into the second half or even into a different part of your season as you're looking for some of those wins that maybe have been tough at the beginning of the schedule.
And that's a really good point. This is a match where, well, we're going to play a lot of matches in the next 2 weeks. Got a couple of tournaments coming up, a new one at Eastbrook that we haven't played before, and then followed up by the Class A Showdown with some pretty good matches in between. And this is one of those matches that you tell your team, look, this is one of the ones that we need to win, that we think we should win.
Right.
And you can think, realistically about some of those other teams that you're going to play, because they're more about building your team learning. You know, if you play Yorktown or Wapahani or those, you want to be within reach. You want to be competitive, but with a young team, you have certain goals. This is a match tonight that you say, look, let's go out and get this one, and get this 2-week run off to a really good start.
Yeah, it's one of those where if you win, you're going to go home feeling really good. Hey, we got to win against an NBC conference opponent. If you lose, you're going to be like, oh, we let one get away that we felt like we could have gotten. So both coaches, I'm sure, are pressing a little bit with their teams, just trying to, let them know the importance of all games, obviously. But this is one. If we play well, then we have a chance to win. And so, as we'll see it all play out, it doesn't matter what we talk about up here or what the coaches talk about in practice. It's what happens on the court, and we're about to start it off here. Blue River will serve first. Aubrey Antrim with the chance and the tip. A back row swing, and that's in.
And you see they immediately go to their best hitter. She's in the back row, but they're going to get it to her. Not great contact on that swing. Just sort of a wounded duck going that 30 feet, but it landed in.
In the net, there's going to be Joy Tony in the net. We have 2 freshmen on the floor to start the game, 2 sophomores, and 2 seniors. And that's going to be just long from the back row swing. The Blue River off to a nice start. Hirschman is serving with 3 points here in a row, and so Blue River likes the way they've started.
We're going to see mostly juniors and seniors on the floor tonight out of the Vikings.
And there's a hit more down the line, caught them off guard. And always like that line. Go down the line as much as you can if it's open. Not always open, but when it is, if you can get it in, it usually pays off well.
Yeah, and she caught Hirschman there transitioning to the net a little bit early. And if you notice that she's doing that, then hopefully you can take advantage of it. If she stops doing it, then you might be able to tip it in front of her.
Presley Durr now serving. There's a tip. Back row attack, and just a little long from Taylor Freeman.
Taylor Freeman.
Just a little long. That'll take Lily Williams back to serve for Blue River with a 4-1 lead. If you have just joined us and you didn't realize that varsity had already started, come on out. There's plenty of seats available. You can get out here and still catch the game. Now it's going to be just long. So aggressive swings, just a little bit too much on it right now.
Yep, not quite getting her hand through that ball. So she's not comfortable with where she's contacting it, not really ripping that hand through. So once she gets that timing a little bit better during this match, those balls are going to come down.
Yeah, on the line there. And she wasn't close to being on the line. It was way over the line.
And I thought the previous server might have hit that line once too, but they can't see us up here making that call for them.
Yeah, a little easier to see. This is really a good vantage point,
really
honestly,
is.
to watch the volleyball. Nice serve. Nice pass. That one falls in between. A little miscommunication there, and Wes-Del will take the point.
And that's a tough ball to time. Aubrey Antrim gets up there on the attack that's off the net. She's a little bit off the net, and it takes just the right timing or 2 things to happen just right for that to come off. She pulled it off.
2 nice passes in a row from Blue River to set up their attacks. And as we all know, it starts with that initial pass.
That's what it's all about, serving and passing. And with 2 teams like these 2, that's what it's going to come down to ultimately, whoever passes the ball.
Taylor gets in. That one's a little better. Off the backboard, straight back down, and a point for the Warriors.
A little home court advantage there.
That's right. Saw something this weekend I had never seen before in my daughter's game. Ball went up. I mean, it was a pretty high ceiling, too, and the ball went up and just stayed there. It was bouncing, bouncing. Enough bounce to it that you thought it was going to stay, and it just stuck and stayed there.
Oh, no.
And another ace. I wasn't sure what the rule was on that, but they called a replay.
Yeah, that's usually what you're going to do is just a replay. We've had occasionally that has happened in this gym while I was in it. Not often. Usually it's during the Kay Saunders Classic when you're playing on the side courts, and it rolls up there on the backboard.
Nice short serve there from Antrim, and that one falls in. So you've caught the libero going back and forth a little bit here. Hit her long on the last one and had her thinking because it didn't go quite her way. So she goes short on her and makes her have to play one a different way, and able to rattle off some points here and tie the game up.
Oh, you love playing that push me, pull me game. Wasn't that a character in a book, something? Push me, pull me?
I don't read much.
I want to say there's like a llama or something that...
I'll ask the English
like
teacher.
A two-headed something or other.
Ask Mr. Producer. Oh, that just barely got over. In the net again.
On the block, yeah.
That was going to go down as a kill anyway.
Abby Duncan, their junior middle hitter. Their freshman middle hitter. A player that well, she's hitting outside right now, but sports glasses, you don't often see that on a volleyball player. Way back in the day, we always made anybody with glasses, prove themselves. Yeah. And sometimes that didn't work out too well for us.
A little short on the serve, so back over to Wes-Del.
I'm not sure what the assumptions were that we were making, but we knew their vision was good.
Freshman now coming for Wes-Del back to serve, Layla Carmichael. And he calls it in.
A little bit of question there.
Calls it out now. Oh, he just reversed it.
Yeah, I think the line judge reversed himself and said I made that call wrong.
He was going to go with it, but
yeah,
somebody needs to go out here. We have 7 on the court. But, I mean, if they'll let you, go for it.
It can be kind of confusing, especially if your libero serves for different people at different times. There's a swing.
Blue River does a nice job of keeping it alive. Yeah, so here comes the attack from Wes-Del.
A couple of good passes by the Warriors there.
Nice play in the right spot from Taylor Freeman. She's going to get another chance, and that's a tip.
Definitely a touch on that one. Oh, boy. Coach Stanley trying to get the official to look at the line judge. There we go. He just wasn't adamant enough in his call.
I think we had a line judge like that this weekend when I was watching volleyball. Not to pick on the line judges, but because these line judges are parents, obviously, and volunteers. Not all parents, or volunteers. I always appreciated and respected that you always picked adults to do, or at least close to being adults. So that's just out.
Definitely one of our rules. It was you got to have the adults out there.
And even though Jacob down here doing the line judging on the corner for us, he's played and has been around the program for quite a few years. So
exactly.
He understands the game.
If for some reason any of my student assistants would have been pressed into it, they would have been excellent.
Yes.
Fortunately, we wouldn't have any stats then, but fortunately, we always had parents that would come through.
Yes. Got a timeout.
And consistently.
Wes-Del's going to take an early timeout here. A couple points not going their way, and maybe coach wanting to get people in the right spots, right positions, and maybe talking through some of those communication issues that you had right there. So early in the game here, looks like it's kind of what we expected. It's been ebb and flow, back and forth, a little game of runs. As have said this multiple times. I know we've talked about it up here, but volleyball of all sports is such a momentum game. You can lose and gain momentum in one set, let alone in complete, the course of 5 sets. It's such a momentum game.
And I think Coach Stanley kind of felt it going away from the Warriors. They'd come back, they'd tied it, then it was kind of back and forth, and now we've got Blue River up by 3. And this is an important part of the game. You can lose control right here.
Right. 3-4 points, doable. You get down 7 or 8, you're a team that's struggling a little bit. That feels a lot heavier than sometimes it may be.
If your opponent can sneak their way to 15 and you're still in single digits, it feels like you're way behind, even though you're not.
And I hear volleyball coaches say that a lot, and this happens a lot after a timeout. We've talked about that before.
There you go.
But I hear coaches say that a lot at all levels, 1st to 15.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to get there, then you want to be 1st to 20. And if you get to 21st, you want to close it.
Yes.
There's just no question. And I've had teams good at that and teams not so good at that. I've had teams that would have won championships if we only played to 20. Nice.
That's on. That's in.
He's still staring down that line, the official is. He wants to make sure.
He's rolling it over there, so he's still staring at him.
Which tells you he didn't really believe him.
Right. Confirm it.
It's tough to make that call when you're running away from the court. But it's your instinct. You want to get out of the way of the ball. You want to go get it.
Nice play off of that serve. And Kainu able to keep that one alive. Another chance for Joy Tony. And this time she's able to put it through off the block, and it finds the floor.
Her athleticism and her confidence are both growing.
Yes. As this match is gone, as you just said, you can see her. The swings are becoming a little harder. She's chasing the ball a little more. As a setter, you got to recognize that and keep giving it to her.
That's right.
This will be a chance for them to get themselves into attack mode. Ooh, that's a lift.
There we go. This is a great opportunity for us to get on a run with our servers. We've got 3 servers in a row here that are very strong.
Miss hit there by Blue River keeps the train rolling, and there's a timeout and we just talked about the momentum starting to shift back over to Wes-Del.
The other way.
And the timeout from Blue River. We'll take a short audio break here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. We're back here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Here, first set tied up in this MEC battle, Blue River versus Wes-Del. I'd say the key here is to get this one in.
Yeah, you want to win timeouts. We always talked about that, and you're exactly right. The key is getting this first serve in.
That was a nice, aggressive serve.
Yeah, I kind of held my breath as that.
I thought it was going to hit the net. Yeah,
I did too. Oh, very good.
That's in.
That's one of those that on the tennis broadcast, when they show the replay, the cartoon, like that ball just barely, I think, touched the back of the line.
Yep.
I wish
it was
we had
right
that.
there at his feet.
Maybe our executive producer can work on that.
And we can all start clapping like
that's
we
right.
do in tennis.
Get that Hawkeye replay going.
Presley again. an aggressive serve. Back row attempt. And that's going to find the back wall. So Blue River able to finally get the side out, but not after Wes-Del rattles off a good 4 or 5 points there. Well, this first set's kind of exactly what we expected, a close match. And get a sub.
Sometimes that's the way it works. You got to almost throw something. It gets locked in on watching for that overlap. We're one rotation away from number 8 Autumn West coming back to the front row and them being really strong in the front row again. They're strong now, but their strength grows exponentially when she's in the front row.
And a nice save there. And that's back row in, and so it's going to be attacking. It hits the ceiling and comes right back down. That short ceiling comes into play for the Wes-Del's favor that time. Joy Tony will go back to serve. It's going to come over. And a nice dink. Finds the middle of the donut right there and finds the floor.
Really,
You'll see Antrim in a couple years put that one right back on
Yeah.
him on and over a pass like that as she gets older and gets more aggressive on those. But Wes-Del able to get the point.
there we go. And I was going to say, at this point, that was a great decision by her. If you can't get up there and hammer it,
Yep.
then you just drop off and pass it.
That's right.
To be honest, my team's had a rule that you didn't hit the overpass almost ever. And there were a few exceptions to that. Not stated exceptions, but a few times that they didn't follow that rule. And it was okay because they had to be 100% sure.
Yeah. Well, if they knew the rule and they weren't going to follow it, they had to feel pretty confident they were going to get the point, right?
Exactly. And that they'd look over at me and I'd be smiling because that's usually the first thing they did was look at me.
Nice dig there.
Nice variety of shots there by, is that Taylor out there?
It's Taylor Freeman had it.
Well, you saw her
Yeah.
cut that one, that angle, and then comes back the other way with the tip, with the push. Great choices. And for a team that only averages 10, 12 points in the first set, we're doing okay.
Yeah, it'd be a big confidence booster to get this set. Now,
Absolutely.
here's the rotation you talked about.
They get better here.
That one. Oh,
We
Team
were
was
already
trying to help
calling
her.
that point, weren't we?
yes. Team was trying to help her out. You get in the middle of those, though, and they're so tempting to just get those hands up there. And
You
grab
get
it.
locked in,
yes,
keep the ball off the floor. You wish it didn't happen, but it's okay.
another one pushed to the back. That's over on 3. Able to keep it alive, and Taylor going to get another chance.
There
Going
we
to get
go.
another kill.
Taylor really doing her work over there. She's not overplaying it. She's putting the ball where it challenges the defense. And if you're not a big time hitter, that's what you do.
Right. Just keep it in play sometimes, I think, is your best offense.
Sometimes it is. Let them make the mistake. Don't get in the other team's way when they're willing to give you a point.
That's right.
Continued strong serving here.
So here's your first to 20 with Wes-Del at that 20-point lead.
I like where they are.
Oh, it was never touched. Tried to touch it and just missed, and it works out in your favor sometimes.
Yeah, nice miss.
Kayla McQueen back to serve for Blue River.
No, I like this left side matchup right here. Now we went to the hot hitter. But the matchup on the outside is Ward and their smaller setter. See if it works out.
Well, that one found its way over off the tape. We'll take those. And point closer to bringing this first set to Wes-Del. And I would think a big confidence boost if they could win this first set.
Yeah, I think so.
As you mentioned, our first set has not always been our best set. In fact, it's typically been one of our slower sets. So
it's been almost a warm-up set. We get better as we go.
Right.
We've never been in a fifth set this year. Blue River has been in one fifth set, and they did win that match. That was against Cambridge City, Lincoln.
Layla's itching to go there. She just about stepped into that serve twice before the whistle blew. Good job of getting it in. Nice
really
pass.
Nice. Yeah, really nice there.
And nice block. So side out back to Blue River. Becca Grimm will go back and see if she can pull Blue River closer or if Wes-Del can put this one away.
Yeah, we need one out of every three, and there's the start right there.
They're 2 points away now.
Possibly our strongest server going back, Taylor. Hopefully I didn't just put the jinx on it.
Well, it's happened before from people up here, I can promise you. She gets it in, and Wes-Del able to play it. And going to get the point off the tip on 2 there from Presley Durr. And that brings up set point. 24-17, Wes-Del with the set point here from Taylor Freeman. And that'll do it. So Wes-Del takes set number 1, which is a great indicator of where tonight could go with that early win, 25-17. We'll take a short break and come right back with you right here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. We're back here just about ready to start the second set here. Wes-Del takes the first set, 25-17. Coach, we've got an exciting night coming up on Wednesday. It's Coaches versus Cancer, always a neat night in whatever sport it is that we decide to take part in that. And this is going to be fun. I always called them our sister school, Cowan, our friends from across the way. And I think this is something that you started with Cowan a few years back. We've kind of kept that tradition. I know there's been some other teams in there, but it seems like Cowan has been a participant in the kind of the Coaches versus Cancer, or whatever you want to call it, the Cancer Awareness Night. And this week and this year, it falls again here at Wes-Del, and it will be this Wednesday night. So if you are available, you need to come out. That's always a fun night.
It really is. And it started a few years ago. And really, Amber Huber, the Cowan coach, gave me a shout a few years ago and said, hey, we're going to have our Pink Night or Coaches versus Cancer or Blockout Cancer, whatever we're calling it.
Yeah.
We're going to do that, and we want to know if you wanted to participate. And, well, of course we do. And I said on one condition, that we do it again next year at our place and you participate. And we've kind of upped the ante about every year. There's T-shirts given away and things to sell, and it's really all about raising money for cancer. And Cowan, which is one of our biggest rivals, but again, a tennis reference with Center and Alcaraz, we're friendly rivals. We don't hate each other. We like each other. more than what we used to.
Right.
But we like each other, and we like doing those things together.
And those of you that are familiar with Wes-Del and kind of know what's going on, this year the proceeds are going to help out one of our own. Coach Van Meter is battling cancer. In fact, he had chemotherapy treatment today. And wishing him the best. And I've been talking a little bit on and off with him today. And he's done really well with his treatment so far. But it is a process, and he's got 12 of those to go through. And he is about as positive a person as you can be around going through something like that. So the proceeds are going to help with just the travel and all the things that go with that. So, it's great when you can, donate the money to cancer research and all those things. But when you know that you're helping a person, that makes it even more special. And I've been at other schools where, we've done that before at, one of the school that we were participating with, maybe they had a person that we were in and felt great about being able to help those. So come out. Basically what we're wanting you to know is come out and let's pack the gym on Wednesday versus Cowan. There will be a JV game that night that starts at 6 and then varsity to follow.
And, of course, another conference match.
And another conference game. They just keep on rolling.
That's right.
That one's just out of bounds.
I'll tell you what I'm anxious to see about this particular set. We don't usually get off to a good start. We don't always win the first set, and now we have.
Right.
How do we react?
So far, Blue River with the first couple of points, but last set kind of went that way, and then we rallied back. So 2 points isn't going to win or lose you the set here early. You just got to stay with it.
That was just sort of a soft shot that landed in.
Yeah, Savannah Durr over there went across the court and able to find the floor right before it went out of bounds. Joy Tony back to serve. And that's going to find the bleachers. Joy Tony again with the serve. This one, she's putting it just close enough that it's like in or out, and the back row's being a little indecisive about it. Instead of playing the ball, kind of let the ball play them, and it's a little late, and both times it's paid off in our favor.
And the best player on their side's coming out.
Going to put in more of a defensive specialist in this back row here. And if I'm Joy Tony, I'm going right at her, and she does. That roll just wasn't able to get over, so Wes-Del losing the first couple points, rattles all 4 in a row here.
And we usually follow the ball wherever it goes, but Madison Blackburn, number 7, who came in back in the back for Autumn West, has a great slide, a great post-pass slide.
That one goes over on an overpass. See if we can take advantage. Nice swing. Played well by Blue River. Again, aggressive. Going to be a tip this time by Antrim. Savannah with another try, and this one goes a little long. So back to a side out. Lily Williams for Blue River, back to serve. She gets close to that line every time. And off the block, Antrim finds the floor.
Nice play there. Nice transition by the Warriors, too. I'm watching them come off the net. Taylor Freeman was setting up for a shorter set out on the left side that time. Didn't get it. And it was set to the right person, which is Aubrey. Antrim there in the middle. Nice swing off the block.
And that one finds the floor. One other reason why, and I want to ask you because I don't know the answer to this, but I'm sure you will. one other reason why in basketball conference games were so important at the end of the season when all conference voting came, depending on where your record fell, is how many players you were able to try to get onto the all conference team. And so I'm assuming volleyball is the same way, depending on where you finish in the rankings.
It is the same way, and if I'm remembering properly, the top team or the top 2 teams get 3, I think, in volleyball, and then as you go down the line, you get 2 players until you get down towards the end, and I'm not sure, maybe the last 3 or 4 teams only get 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, that first or second spot, very important if you want to get girls on that team. County's different. County, you go in and vote.
Right.
And conference we used to, but then we switched several years ago to this system.
I don't hate it.
No, don't hate it at all.
Especially for 2 guys that sat through some county meetings for several years.
Exactly. Exactly.
I've heard, I have to give credit. The basketball coaches, and there's one into the net for a side out. The basketball coaches that I worked with over my 10 years in the county were great. Not that I'm saying the volleyball coaches weren't, but we had heard stories about how volleyball is so good in this area. Not that basketball isn't, but volleyball's so good that it could be super competitive, and there's less spots. So we'll just leave it. We'll leave it at that, I guess.
From a talent standpoint, it was easier sometimes to get players on the all-state team than it was the all-county team.
Yes.
From other standpoints, yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
People don't understand that there's a nice serve by Taylor. And that's going to fall in for Wes-Del. People don't understand that if you make the all-county team in Delaware County, you've done something.
Holy Toledo.
This is a hotbed of volleyball, and you rewind about 3-4 years ago when every team, and I think every team in the county was ranked.
Oh, it's crazy.
And it'll get back to that again, but there was a time where all 6 teams that were going in there voting were ranked in the top 10.
Yeah, and it was, it was just a battle. You went in and you tried to sell your players, and if you didn't play a lot of teams in the county, they were just going by what you said.
Right, and everybody really has a point. It'd be hard to argue. Nice switch hands there by Joy.
Nice run there.
Still alive. Taylor was back there, and I think probably could have gotten to it. I think if you're there, you probably get that hand up.
You do. You throw that arm out there thinking that there may not be somebody back there, and that's where the communication comes in. But it has to be so fast. You're moving before anybody has a chance to say anything to you.
Ainsley over on 3 here. The River with the attack. Kept alive. And miscommunication there.
I'd like to see Layla a little tighter on that sideline over there. She's getting caught creeping in, which is the bane of the left back player. They all want to get sucked into that middle. And if you're playing that kind of defense, that's fine, but they're hitting towards that outside line right now. Nice pass. A little tight on the set. Worked out.
It's going to be out of bounds. Presley wanted to go over quick before they could reset. Just a little too far to the right. And so now Blue River takes back the lead.
Back and forth we go.
That's a nice serve.
Real good serve.
Just got on her very quickly. Looked like it had a little spin to it, too.
Those shoes are ideal for Wednesday night. So if you're coming out Wednesday,
that's right.
Wear pink. That's tough play.
Let's see what coach decides to do here. This is one of those, hey, let's work it out. I'm going to give you another point here or 2.
Yeah.
Maybe 1.
You'd like to win this point and go, I'm glad I didn't call that timeout.
Yes.
But if they score,
it's probably
going to happen, yeah. Especially when it's just those little mistakes like that.
Timeout.
There we go.
Be a short timeout.
If you're rallying with them and you lose those points, maybe you don't call timeout, but 2 service aces in the last 4 points.
Well, you want to come back out of that timeout. Like you said, winning timeouts. Used to always, I still do, watch coming out of timeouts what teams do. Volleyball, probably the same way. One of those things is getting that serve in. It always, you don't have a chance unless you get that serve in coming out. But if you're the defensive team, it's a chance to catch your breath, just calm down for a second. Maybe kind of hit the reset button. A lot of times I've noticed in volleyball, it's not usually if you're calling a timeout, it's because you're trying to slow momentum. So it's not a get in your face type thing.
Right.
It's a, hey, let's calm down type thing.
Yeah, a lot of times it's just sort of a game reset. Okay, let's talk about them for a second. Who's in the front row? Who do we have?
Right.
What's our first option? What's our second option? Go out and do it now.
Now let's get this next point.
Yeah.
And then things feel better. Okay, we calm down, called that timeout, and then we just got the point.
Right.
So,
you come out with a renewed sense of purpose, you hope anyway. And now is the time to stop them. Getting close to that 15-point mark.
yes. That was close. Too close to take, probably. Nice swing, and that's exactly what you hope for coming out of that timeout.
That was a perfect one. Perfect.
A nice set and an aggressive swing there by Joy. You can't let the moment get bigger than you. I often told my players that you start playing to the moment, you're going to be in trouble.
Right.
Back over, side out. And that one finds a tape. All my years of watching and just never feel like that is fair unless it goes in our favor, then I love it. But should be like tennis. You can still serve it, but you gotta.
And I've been around long enough to when I remember that it was.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. I like the game now better, so I guess I better not complain.
I do too. I really do. When we were playing side out, that was volleyball and you loved it, but everybody loved that rally scoring deciding set. And
it was a lot slower game, I felt like back then.
Oh gosh, yeah. A lot more. It was like an NL versus AL baseball game. A lot more decisions came into play for the coach as well, because you only had you had limited entries and you had to make front row, back row decisions. It's a little nutty.
Over on 3 here, and an attack from Blue River. Wes-Del needs this point. And that one's still alive.
Nice play there by Kai.
And Blue River keeping it alive. A lot of scrambling going on back and forth. Feels like an important point for both teams.
It really does.
That one hit the floor. And Blue River, after that long rally, both teams played well, keeping it alive. That one goes to Blue River.
Maybe the best rally of the match so far. And sometimes when things start going sideways, it's really the team that's going to get back in system first. Both teams got back in system and then just played good hard volleyball.
Hit the flag and just unfortunately fell a little off balance and found the floor. So Blue River taking command of this set, 19-10. Another timeout here. Make sure that if you didn't hear us talk before, that you make your plans to come out here on Wednesday night, 6 o'clock JV start. Watch your Warriors take on Cowan in the blockout cancer night right here at Wes-Del. All the proceeds are going to help Coach Van Meter and his family. And we're hoping to pack the gym, have a big crowd. Cowan will bring a decent crowd. It's not that far of a drive for them, so should be a good night. Looking forward to it. And congratulations to Coach Knuckles and the football team. Got a nice win.
That's a big win.
Homecoming against Fort Wayne Blackhawk. So congratulations to the football team. And they will travel this week to Southern Wells, just down the road, on Friday night to play the Raiders. Raiders coming off a surprising victory at Jay County. So both teams coming off of wins.
Star Press and Ball State have written some nice stories about the football program.
Yes, they have.
So get online and take a look at those too.
That's a nice swing. Both times coming out of timeouts now, we've gone to Joy Tony for a nice, hard, aggressive swing.
And she's come through, and it's great to see a freshman do that. I'll tell you, Blue River setter Carolyn Hirschman trying to push that ball out fast, a little bit faster anyway to Lily Williams. And they haven't quite caught the timing yet, but they're onto something.
And Wes-Del going to get the ace from Presley Durr.
Need a few more of those out of Presley.
Yeah, at this point, I guess if you're Coach Stanley, you're hoping to make them call timeout, right?
Yeah.
And that means you've rattled off some points.
And yeah, and if you get up to 15, 16 points, you've done it.
Right. It almost could have been the old 2, but nope. Seems to be called much these days. And that's 4. So Wes-Del trying to fight their way back into this. Another couple of points, like you said, get this to 15, 16, and see if you can make Coach Hardwick over on that Blue River side call timeout.
She's looking pretty relaxed right now, but she's thinking that may get it going. She's going to think harder now.
I think she's going to give them one more point.
And you know, a big thing that the whole team was over there and they were kind of supporting each other. I think you let them do that.
Yeah. I've told some teams before of mine, if I had to call a timeout every time you guys screwed up, I'd be out of timeouts in the first quarter. So sometimes you have to work through it yourselves or figure it out.
You really do. I almost wonder if the silence in the gym didn't affect Presley a little bit on that last serve. You could hear a pin drop in here.
That's 4. It should be at least.
Yeah.
Yep. So 20 for Blue River. First to 20. We'll see if that
And it was just
works
the
out the
opposite
way.
last set.
Yes, it was.
It's another one of those balls there that
That
was heading back
wow.
so fast. Wow. That was a great play to get that back over.
They found a way to. Sometimes those are, and to me, those are the most frustrating ones as a coach. The sloppy plays that find a way to get to the floor, but to their credit, they can give up on the ball. So,
Yeah.
you give them the credit, but those are the ones that seem to frustrate me the most.
Oh, yeah.
There's the old tape serve again. Lily Williams.
If this were a tennis match, she would apologize for that.
Or she should, at least, right? Somebody got in trouble the other day for not apologizing.
Unwritten rule.
An overpass.
That's in there.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, he changed it. He's changing it. No, he's changing it. R1 hasn't noticed the change yet.
he's not going to let him change it. He's not looking back over there.
He's not looking back over at all.
His coach didn't send someone over to ask him, because I think he would have changed it.
Really good setter play.
On the back corner.
And this is, with all due respect to our line judge, this is one of those situations where you don't necessarily like a student being by our student section.
Right. See if Wes-Del can take advantage here. Oh, in the net. That's going to be Blue River. Side out, and that'll take back Gwynn Beavers to serve, needing just 2 points to take this second set. Nice little side spin.
That was a great pullback there.
(18-23). Get a substitution here, and Layla Carmichael will come back in to serve.
And these are tough games to win, tough sets to win when you're down 23-18. But if you can, great. If you can't, make them work for it.
Right. And that'll bring up set point here in set number 2. Wes-Del took the first set. Blue River trying to answer back and even up the match. 24-18.
Too many touches there.
And that'll be 4. So the second set goes to Blue River, 18-25. That evens up the match 1 set apiece. We'll come back after a short break here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back here after a short break. Getting ready to start set number 3. Wes-Del took the first set, 25-17. Blue River answered with their own win at 25-18. So just like we expected, Coach, in a close match.
Yeah, I think we're getting exactly what we thought we would get. We're not seeing any surprises from either team, and it still is going to come down to serving and passing. And we're seeing some longer rallies now, and both teams getting back in system, and then it's just a matter of somebody making a better play.
I would think that as a volleyball coach, this third set is always one especially if you're tied, you want to really press to get, because it puts the pressure back now squarely on the other team if you can get this third set. Not that it, by any means, is it insurmountable, or we've seen it a million times, but it does feel like it would put the pressure on the other team.
I think it does. I mean, you win, you go up 2-1, and then you lose, you're done, and that's always a pressure, spot. I'm curious why, and I haven't seen again this year's statistics, and I'm never at a Blue River practice, but I'm still curious why they start one of their biggest weapons, which is number 8 Autumn West, in the back row every time. Now it seems like they would have her coming up in the first rotation, but they don't. They start her in middle back. Now they set her too, and that may be it. They may be just trying to balance out that attack, but I'm still kind of curious.
So here we go, starting set number 3. Wes-Del's going to pass it over on 3. An attack, and that's long. Wes-Del gets the first point. Presley Durr back to serve here. And, yet to give us our point, but Wes-Del does have a point. There we go. I'm sure producer forgot too, but it's the first mistake he's made all season.
All season. You saw it live.
Nice adjustment there by Joy. Lily Williams able to get it down.
I've been sitting here trying to think of something with Savannah Durr in the left front spot and Presley Durr in the right back spot.
Yeah.
Durr's on the corners, but I can't come up with anything.
Yeah, well. Give you something to work on.
Yeah.
That's just to the back, played. That'll be over on 3 again.
You just hate to give those free balls, but sometimes you just have to. Really nice play there. Tight set.
And nice athletic tip there by Joy, able to get it far enough that they could get a hand on it but not block it. So now Joy's back to serve after getting the point. Nice aggressive serve. That was Autumn West from the outside there with a nice swing. Number 4, Gwen Beavers back to serve. Swing there through the block there with Autumn West.
She had nice momentum on that on her approach there, and could just push it through our block a little bit off the net, and that's what happens.
That one's out of bounds, so that'll go back to a side out. Not in the same sectional, and this may be the only time we see each other in the conference, but there is a possibility we could see each other depending on the draw in the small school shootout. Is that what they call it?
The Class A showdown.
Class A showdown, sorry.
Yeah, it's really not unusual for us to play them again. Really nice job there by Savannah Durr staying out of the net. That could be interesting. Okay.
That was in the net.
Yeah.
Somebody was in the net, it looked like. But I don't know that she necessarily even needed to do that, but get caught in the moment.
Yeah, I thought she might get called for reaching over the net and not allowing, without the ball breaking the plane of the net, but.
That might be a what the heck course.
Might be. Autumn West comes back pretty strong.
Yep. 4-4.
The key when you've got that middle attack that's so good like they've got right now is you got to serve aggressively enough to where they can't pass the ball well enough to get it to the middle. We're not doing that right now.
We're just a little too far for Tori.
Mm-hmm.
Kayla McQueen serving. Still alive. See if Wes-Del can take advantage here. And not able to, just kind of tripping over each other.
Yeah, that seems like the easiest ball to play and then it turns out where it isn't. And I think Ansley Draper may have gotten stepped on.
Check her out real quick, make sure she's okay. And gonna get a substitution in for her, give her a chance to catch her breath. Not sure if that was a normal substitution. Now we have too many girls on the floor.
Yeah. She typically, I think, does sub in for Aubrey. And so Aubrey came in for her and then
right back out.
Went with the libero switch there, yeah. And this is another one of those points where you really want to regain control here. You just lost one of your senior players, whether it's temporary or for the night.
That's a little long.
And you just don't want this to get too far out of hand.
Right. Tori Ward with the chance and played up. Nice pass. And the tip. Wes-Del keeps it alive. Another nice chance, but played well by Blue River. And this one's a roll, so Wes-Del keeps it alive. Another nice long rally. Just out, no touch, so that'll be just what Wes-Del needed to get that point back. Get the service back to our side. Bring in Layla Carmichael to play the back row and serve.
Yeah, you watch Kayla Stanley hold out that padfolio, and give the service zone. More than one occasion, as she holds that out there, I caught myself actually putting my hand up, giving the number on the wrong side, and I'm standing there giving the other side, and they couldn't have thought, hey, he's giving us the service zone. They probably thought he's not that dumb, but I was.
Yeah. Well, both times here into the net. I don't think that's the zone either coach was looking for.
Funny thing is, my server then didn't even see zone, never even blinked, just served it. Coach is being coach again.
Oh, nice up.
Yes.
That was blocked. So we play on. And that's out. Aggressive swing there by Williams, but just out. So Wes-Del gets the point. I'm still waiting, Coach, for high school to adopt the college rule with 3 volleyballs out here. I mean, and, where you roll it back and forth and and you're always ready to play.
The 3-ball rotation.
Yeah, it should not be that hard to do, especially in high school, to get 2 kids to do that for you.
You know what's funny is we instituted that a couple of times, didn't stay with it because we had difficulty training the other teams. We'd tell them, hey, we've got a 3-ball rotation going, and they were still chasing balls down and rolling it to the other side. And
nice swing there by West.
You almost need 2 teams that know what's going on in order to implement that. And I think it's going to take the IHSA saying, do this.
Yes.
Or even the Coaches Association. Just
surprising how
do it.
Going now and watching so much college, it's surprising. That's a nice serve. And a couple points here in a row there. West gets the kill and now gets the nice serve. It's amazing how it speeds the game up. And
it really does.
It's a little bit like baseball. I was not a fan of the pitch clock until I was a fan
of it. Yeah.
I don't want that. I've been watching baseball for 50 years. Yeah, I like this.
Of course, you being a hardcore Chicago Cubs fan.
No, don't say that.
Oh, I get that mixed up a lot.
Those are fighting words. Nice rally here going.
Yeah.
Joy. No, nice save.
Wow.
And both teams playing well on this point. Still alive. Oh, just able to get her hand under, but couldn't keep it alive.
Good rally. A lot of nice plays there by both teams.
It was. Good.
Unfortunately, we lost that point, but this is where we need to start winning points because they do have their biggest offensive threat in West back there in the back row now. No, unfortunately, she's a pretty good server too, but maybe I need to say things like that more often.
Yeah, please do. Side out over to the Warriors, and that'll take Kai New back to serve. Hold on.
She thought the clock was running out too on her serve. I think she's ready to go. Locked in.
Ooh.
Two quality players over there questioning. And I make a lot of tennis references because I am a tennis geek. They do have a serving clock in tennis now too.
I didn't know that.
They do have.
How long is that?
25 seconds.
Okay.
Now the key there is the chair umpire triggers it, so he can decide or she can decide when do I start this.
All right.
So after a particularly long rally, it can be delayed just a little bit.
Nice swing there by Joy. And Wes-Del now takes the lead back.
It kind of arose out of players taking. If you've watched a lot of tennis, and especially in Australia and Cincinnati and New York when it's really hot, they go to that towel a lot between every point. They were just taking too long. Oh, unfortunately. Net violation there, yeah. Called on the setter, Presley Durr.
Well, that'll tie it up.
Blue River back in their original rotation 1.
That's in, hits the line. Timeout. Well, earlier this time, I think Coach maybe wanted to talk through some things here or just needed a timeout.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those situations where she knows what we know, of course, and that's that this third set's really important. And this one could get out of hand real quick right here, or we keep battling. So I think it's a good timeout.
Well, how many games I've gone through at the end of the night with still 4 timeouts or 3 timeouts in my pocket, thinking I probably should have used a couple of those.
Yeah, I know. I kept them like I was going to get
Me
paid
too.
afterwards.
Yeah, me too.
And then every now and then you trigger it early.
You don't get paid for that?
No, we don't. Oh, well, a lot of things we're not getting paid for. We haven't told you that, Mr. Producer.
You don't get to save them till the next set either in volleyball, which would be nice.
No, you don't.
Going to that 5th set, you've got
7 timeouts left.
Yeah.
So out of the timeout here, let's see if Wes-Del can get a side out and get the ball back to their side. Carolyn Hirschman still serving.
The other thing you used to get in that side out scoring system with a rally game to 15 in the deciding set, if you got to 15 all in that set, you got an extra timeout.
Oh, okay. Just play there by Blue River to get the point, so they jump back to a 2-point lead.
And they win that timeout.
(14-12). Nice aggressive serve. I love it. Nice swing. Good play by the libero. And not able to. That's a nice aggressive swing by Joy Tony.
She does something that it's hard to get players to do, particularly freshman players. It's to maintain the high contact point when you're swinging. She's facing this side when she goes up.
Yes.
And she wheels around. She brings that right hip around, brings that right shoulder around. And too many times that ball's ill-timed, gets too low, and they just pound it right into the net. She does a really nice job of maintaining that high contact. Great serve there.
That was in for sure. That was easily seeing up here. Yeah, it's one thing I noticed is she does square her body up and get all the way through that. It seems like gives it herself a chance to get that ball in. Nice serve here by Presley.
And that's key to a lot of different sets across the front row and the back row.
Oh, it's going to be too close to take. And that one goes back to a side out to Blue River. So they take a 1-point lead. This one's back and forth. First to 15, but we want to be first to 20. So we'll let them beat us to 15 if we can get to 20 first. Lily Williams back to serve. And that's out of bounds. And that ties it back up at 15. Joy Tony back to serve. Nice. Kept alive. And Wes-Del with the point and the lead back. So seesaw battle here in game 3.
Autumn West doesn't miss too many of those for Blue River, so you like to see one every now and then anyway. Looks like the student section continues to grow over there. Some may have been thinking, you know, this would be the second match of the night.
That's true. As we know, not all of those guys are great listeners. It was announced today. Oh, kept that one alive.
Oh,
smart play.
Sneaky shot there.
Smart play.
Yeah. You like your setter being crafty.
Well, Abby Duncan had to run all the way across to get that from her side of the court, and Presley knew that side was open, dumped it right there. So a 2-point lead for Wes-Del. And that was out. Just barely, but out of bounds. So it'll be a side out and back to a 1-point lead for Wes-Del. Gwen Beavers back to serve. Miscommunication on that one, and still alive. Somehow that one finds the floor for Blue River. That was the smoothest or most graceful plays, but it does find the floor and ties it up.
Autumn West back in the front row now for Blue River.
And that finds the middle of the court, killed by Taylor Williams.
Close, Taylor Freeman.
Taylor Freeman. It was a Taylor.
She's 9 feet off the net, just rolls that ball right where they're not, or right in front of them.
Nice placement there.
It really was.
Antrim with a nice serve and a ace.
That's a timely serve right there.
Right when you needed it, too.
Yes.
So here we go. We said we'll let them get to 15 first. Let's get to 20. We're 1 point away from that. Coach is going to make a substitution here. Bring in the DS for the back row. Kendra McQueen. No relation to Lightning.
Or Steve.
Maybe, I don't know. That'd be, if my last name was McQueen, I think my nickname would be Lightning. At least I'd want it to be.
Oh, get over.
Oh, just short. The Blue River gets just 1 point closer. Got 2 McQueens on there, don't we?
There is a pretty well-known McQueen in the volleyball world, Scott McQueen.
Yeah.
The Avon head coach. I believe he's still there. Very, very successful at all levels. Runs Circle City Volleyball Club.
Nice block. Blue River is able to keep it alive. And that finds the floor, so we're first to 20. Now finish it off.
So is it automatic? Will we win now?
Well, I used to argue with a guy that I sometimes cover games with all the time up in the stands, a lot of your games, and he would just be, let's get 20, first to 20, first to 20. And I said, you know, he was a lot more confident about it than I was. I was still nervous. Yeah, some miscommunication there, but it usually does work out.
I will tell you, Munciana co-director Mike Lingenfelder has in his back pocket, which by that I mean the back of his head, a lot of statistical analysis.
Yep.
And he can tell you with deadly accuracy, or he makes it up, I'm not sure,
Right.
but it seems pretty accurate, what percentage of teams that get to 21st will win the set. And he knows it at about every point level because he studies that kind of thing. And may need to give him a shout, see what those numbers are.
Well, this one is 21-18. Blue River calls a timeout there. And
it's a good timeout for them.
Yeah, they were a few different times miscommunicating, and you see some of the coaches are really, I think, emphasizing that.
I do like to watch coaches during timeouts, see what they seem to be emphasizing. A little more fiery on the Wes-Del side during the timeout.
That's always a good thing too, I think.
I think so, and I think the coach knows their team. They know what they need.
Right. Nice. Get it in. Now, take advantage here if you're Wes-Del. Oh, it doesn't go over, but there to take place and right back. It wasn't four. Did feel like it should be, but it wasn't. She tried to go over on two.
And then we just got caught looking.
Yes.
Caught watching. Now it's important to get a side out. Here are the next points.
We're going to have to need the next one because that one didn't go over. So you don't want to lose momentum.
And you rotate their best hitter to the back row. Now she's an awfully good server, but she's missed a few. So you want to get her out of that middle front spot.
Oh, that ties it up. 21-all. So just like we've talked about a number of occasions, you can starting to feel that momentum shift a little bit.
Good timeout here.
I think
Good
so
timeout.
too. I think so too. We'll take a short timeout and be right back with you on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Then we're back here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Close one here in this third set. Could be anybody's game. It's 21-all. Both teams wanting desperately to win this point out of the timeout.
I think so. We got a good server. We got three good passers. Let's see who wins this one.
A little off serve. Over on two.
Now we got the free ball. Let's see what we do with it.
Just kept alive there with some athleticism. And a nice block this time. Was a good swing by Taylor, but just a better block.
Yeah. And I really think we need to push that set out a little bit more because you're putting the ball almost right in front of their best blocker.
Right. That's what we talked about early in the game, about trying to go down the line if you know that middle's right there.
And they're small out there on the outside with their setters. So
that's out. So they did us a favor there and give us the side out. And 22-all. Anybody's game still. the net again.
Got Tori Ward on at that time. And again, here's that spot where their best offensive player and probably one of their best servers is back in the back row. If we can get this side out and get it quick, I like our spot.
Need this point. Nice swing, nice block. Blue River attacks now. On the tip, still alive. Nice swing, played up by Layla Carmichael, just not able to tip it over as Presley Durr, and that brings up set point for Blue River. So we may blow our theory here, first to 20.
It's not 100%. You do know that.
Oh, it is not? Okay.
I didn't mention. I'm sorry. I left that out. Yeah.
Oh, well, it still could be.
Still in it.
It's still in play. 24-23, and this serve becomes important. So
I think the Vikings still have a timeout left, if I'm not mistaken.
they do. I believe you're correct. And let's see what Kai decides to do here. Looks like Coach gave her zone. Just get it in.
Oh,
and she gets
boy.
the ace.
Oh, boy.
So now it's tied up, and now the best of two. Right?
Absolutely.
Just get two in a row. Who can get 2 points in a row? I'd go right back to that spot if I was Kai. And she goes to the middle with the libero attack.
That was an interesting attack over there. Oh,
That
boy.
is in.
Joy coming through in crunch time.
So now 1 point away are the Warriors. And let's see if
Maybe she doesn't have a timeout left.
Kai can put the pressure here on him. She gets it in. And there's another ace, and that's a point.
Two out of 3 aces on the libero on that rally. That's great.
So 26-24, Wes-Del battles back after looking like they were in trouble. They fight all the way back and get the third set victory, 26-24, to take a 2-1 set lead going into that fourth set.
And the theory holds.
That theory holds up, so there you go. I was wrong again, as people will say.
Both of us. We're just out here taking swings.
I know one of your favorite weekends was this past weekend. In years past, that Kay Saunders Classic is always one of your favorites. And I know you have some updates on how that whole tournament went down. And just like all the other years it's been here, it was another group of classic teams here and some good volleyball played.
Well, you're not wrong, and I love the Kay Saunders Classic, and this was the 16th annual Kay Saunders Classic. Probably one of the longer tournaments in the area. I saw the Star Press did a nice job of covering the 10th annual Shondell Family Classic, but we've been 16 honoring Kay Saunders and her legacy here in the court that bears her name. New team in the Kay Saunders Classic this year. Bishop Luers decided not to come back from Fort Wayne, and we got Greenfield Central in, and they end up winning. And the format, again, you 2 14 pools, and then you play a crossover match against the corresponding place in your pool. So Greenfield Central and Western won their pools. We were in the pool with Western. We didn't fare so well in the pool with Western, Mississinawa, and Hagerstown. Pretty strong pool. Greenfield Central, Tipton, Blackford, and Marion in the other pool. And the way I like to test, were we in the strong pool? Were we in the weaker pool? Were the pools fairly balanced? You look at the crossovers.
Right.
And there were years when they were pretty even. There were years when the pool that we were in won all the crossover matches. So we knew that we were really in a tough pool. And this year, really balanced pools with 2 teams from each pool winning the crossover. So Greenfield Central first, Western second, Mississinawa third, Tipton fourth, Blackford fifth, Hagerstown sixth, Wes-Del seventh, Marion eighth. Those were the final standings. And a real balanced field, it looked like. Nobody just pulled away. A lot of 3-set matches, because tournaments are best 2 out of 3 typically. So another good tournament put on here at Wes-Del, honoring the legacy of Kay Saunders.
Yeah, any of you that aren't really familiar with volleyball tournaments and how they run on those weekends. Typically, they're 3-set matches,
Yep.
but the other fun part is pool play, and I didn't really get that or understand that until I became a volleyball parent. And it's a lot of fun, really. You play everyone in your pool, and then you're going to get a crossover, and typically that means you're crossing over to someone in the other pool that is, a good matchup for you to end the day on, and it can be a lot of fun. Those tournaments, and boy, we played in a lot of them when you were coaching, and I loved them. I thought those weekend tournaments. I also think they really bring your team together.
They really do, and that's part of the purpose. You pick tournaments sometimes simply because of that.
Presley's excited about that serve and puts it up against the back wall. She was so excited that.
Now, we started the last set with her putting one into the bottom of the net, so this may be a good omen, actually. I think Blue River's gotten out 2-0 in both these sets, or all three that we've played.
It's going to be 2-0. Blue River to start this fourth set. Again, if you're just joining us, Wes-Del took the first set, 25-17. Blue River fought back and won the second set, 25-18. And then Wes-Del fought all the way back to win 26-24.
Waiting for that door to be shut. Now, we just switched out our setters. Freshman Natalie Linder in the game now. I talked to Coach Stanley. It was later last week, and she was really happy with the job that Natalie has done for at the varsity level.
In the net there, the ball was out of bounds, but in the net is the call. Fourth set, throwing yourself in there. You got to be ready to play whenever coach calls your number, and that sometimes, probably as a setter, could be a daunting task to come in after sitting for a while.
It really can be. It really can be.
Nice set right there, though.
Beautiful hands, nice ball. And your junior varsity setter, it's almost like, you hear about preseason football, how many snaps are you getting? She doesn't always get a ton of sets to the varsity hitters to kind of develop that relationship. But Natalie's off to a good start here.
I guess the good news is that we're so young that some of these girls have probably played with her not that long ago. So
oh, absolutely.
That was their setter coming through middle school.
Yeah, and now we've got Presley coming back in. So now, again, I don't know if Presley just out for a break or to tape a finger or something, but I think Natalie did a nice job there.
Oh, finds the tape and finds its way over. Taylor has to jump up and then get set real quick, and that didn't get blocked, so that'll be 4.
Remember years and years ago, it was in a regional match. We brought in a setter, and again, regional, so we're in October, a senior, and she hadn't set a ball in a match all year, but she was technically our backup setter.
Yeah.
And so the very first ball she gets, she back sets it on top of the antenna, and then did a nice job after that.
Yeah.
But our setter at the time was Logan Millspaw, and she was running off this court back into the training room to get an ankle taped or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but you've never seen a girl I knew inside that was so nervous, but yet did a great job of staying calm and did a great job out on the court.
The Blue River is off to a quick start here, 6-2, but Wes-Del will fight their way back like they have in the last few sets, and they're on their way.
And sometimes this will happen. We won the first set, which is not all that usual for us. Maybe a little letdown in set 2. We come back and win set 3, and sometimes you can really use a lot of that excitement either to push the momentum, or maybe it wears you down a little bit.
Nice serve there. And that is in. There shouldn't have been a lot of question. He's standing there, right there, looking at it. So
R1 seems to really defer to his line judges, and if they don't make a quick, emphatic call, he waits.
And that one's just back. Played up. Taylor's going to get a chance, and played up by the libero. Back row swing. Still alive.
Oh, now.
Got caught looking at each other. You'd rather have two go than and run into each other than no go, right?
And that's one of those. That's one of those plays that you go, okay, in practice we need to fix that. And the libero was not out on the court, so usually she's going to run in there, and Kainu is, and she's going to play that ball.
Thank you to Blue River for giving it right back to.
Yeah.
I'm going to sub in Layla Carmichael back to serve. Still alive. Can they get it over? And it's going to be just short. So that's a point to Wes-Del. And they fought their way back to a 1-point deficit. We talked about that. If you can win that third set, which Wes-Del did find a way to do, it puts the pressure on. So if they could get the lead and play with the lead, you feel like the things would be going in their direction. Nice way of keeping that one alive. If Taylor can roll that one over. That's just out.
And you know what you saw in that play, on that crazy free ball that comes over?
Wrong way again.
They're making some things a little more complicated than what I think they need to be. But on that play that came over, Ansley Draper did a great job of not playing that ball. She didn't miscommunicate. There was a good communication there. She got out of the way, and the play was ultimately made, I think, by Joy back there. But a good sign of good communication by the Warriors.
And here come the Warriors back to take the lead, so they fought all the way back.
Did that go reverse through the basket?
I think so.
So should they be deducted a point or two?
Timeout early here, 8-7, kind of stop the momentum. Maybe shift that back to Blue River is what Coach Hardwick's thinking, and so they'll take a quick timeout here early in the match. MEC standings, Coach, what do we have right now as far as the MEC goes? I know that some teams haven't played quite as many as we have.
Well, I'll tell you at the top, just from overall record, you've got Eastern Hancock that's already played 15 matches.
Okay.
They've already played half their varsity schedule. But they're at the top at 4-0. Wapahani behind them at 2-0. Those two teams play Wednesday night.
Okay.
So that top spot is going to get a little bit hashed out. Daleville's still sitting there at 2-0. They were beaten by Eastern Hancock, but that was in a tournament.
Okay.
So nothing there. You got a handful of teams at 1-1 with Shenandoah, Monroe Central, and Cowan. So Cowan coming in here Wednesday night. That'll go right on that slate. We're at 1-4. Then you got Randolph Southern Union and Blue River Valley without an MEC win. So the Vikings here trying to get their first conference win of the year. We're trying to pull ourselves up in the standings with a win.
Out of the timeout, Layla going to get that one in play and get an ace. So we win the timeout again.
You like to see that.
I obviously never coached volleyball, but I just always sat up there and thought, just get it in. Sometimes they'd be way too aggressive, and I thought, I know as coaches that's what you want. You want them to be aggressive and play to their strengths, but I always thought, just get it in out of the timeout.
Nope, didn't go over. Yeah, and sometimes just get it in is good enough, but of course, we don't.
Well,
nobody's think that.
Well, nobody's trying to make mistakes either. I mean,
yeah,
it's just like saying, don't miss those free throws. I mean, nobody's trying to, I guess.
I always used to tell my players, I'm going to give you a zone, and I really want you to serve it there, but I really want you to serve it in. So
yeah, that's right.
they could always wave me off, But if they did it too many times, and you know, it's not like they can hit that zone every single time. Some of them can, but
Yeah.
And that's always great, and that makes it that really makes a coach feel like he or she's involved when you're up there calling pitches and they're hitting every one of them.
And I just talked to my daughter about this. She had to, I'll brag for a second, she had the game-winning ace the other night in the 5th set, 16-14, so it's tight against the Franklin Grizzlies. And I asked her afterwards, I said, did you hit that to the zone coach called? She said, I just wanted to hit it in.
Oh, yeah.
I said, that's important, I guess. And that one finds the floor. That'll be a side out. Nice swing.
I can't tell you how many times a player would get an ace and then look over at me because they weren't even near the zone. And I would look at him and say, do that again.
Yeah.
You know, just
right.
do that again. It works for me.
River back within 2. Wes-Del love to keep a little bit of a lead, keep that pressure on.
I'll tell you, if we can get that slide rolling, I like that.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times tonight. Here it is again. That time they decide to go outside. And that's going to find the floor, so.
You know, I'll tell you, the nice thing about that slide is we ran it the first time. Tori hit it, excuse me. Gonna do that again and again. Too many sisters. Then we ran it the second time. This blocker stayed out. The middle stayed out a little bit longer than maybe we should have, or she should have. We had a gap there that we could hit through, just didn't quite hit it. But that's where you sell that too. Even though we didn't get that kill, they know we're going to run that, and they're going to bite on it every time she runs it. It's going to delay that middle block.
So Blue River fights back and ties it up.
But the other thing Presley needs to do is make sure when we're running that as a decoy, she needs to push that set out to Joy and not let that middle, not give her a chance to get back in that block.
Yeah, I was thinking that sometimes can play in your favor, right? You go push it outside whenever, after you've run that a time or two, get them thinking and then push it outside, and you have one less blocker, and Joy's going to take advantage of that.
An effective middle blocker might not hit very many balls. She's effective because she takes I should say an effective middle attacker because she takes that middle blocker with her wherever she goes. If you can convince that middle blocker that you're going to hit the ball on every ball, she'll go with you, and you can really open things up for both your right and left side hitters.
Tie shoe here.
I'm a big advocate of the double knot. I'm always double knotting my shoes. If I'm down tying my shoe, something's going horribly wrong, or I'm just trying not to do what I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, you could just do like our executive producer does and go straight Velcro.
There you go. There you go. I don't think.
No laces, just.
I don't think my Skechers have that option.
No, get the slip-ons.
Yeah, those are great too. I do have some of those.
We give them the favor right back by hitting one in the net. So this one's going to be tight, it looks like, all the way, 13-all here in the 4th set. Wes-Del looking to finish off the match. Blue River looking to take this set and tie the match up at 2 games apiece. Right now, Wes-Del leads 2-1. That's going to find the floor.
The net can be your friend. And right now it's Savannah Durr's friend for sure.
Let's see if Joy can rattle a few points off here.
Great. We'd settle for 4, 5, 6 points.
Yeah.
Here.
It's going to be trouble. It stays in play and it's all over the net.
This time we got the benefit of that call. That's great.
She couldn't help herself. She was running so hard.
Joy playing keep away with the libero. But I'll tell you what, the libero is so far over here. Her left foot's on the sideline. She may be trying not to pass. Might not be a bad idea to come at her.
Feels like a big point here if Wes-Del could get it, and they don't. But that just means you're going to have to fight your way back a little bit. Wes-Del still clinging to a 1-point lead, 15-14.
They hit that first level, 15. Close to a foot fault there.
This time they go over on 2.
Nice push there. Now take a swing. There you go.
Block still alive.
It's a tough play here.
Yes, it was. And Wes-Del takes now the 2-point lead at 16-14.
We get this one here, we may see a timeout by the Vikings. So let's get this one.
Nice strong. Yeah, I like that.
We're going to say word for word.
Yes. Kept alive. Nice job. Over on 2.
Yeah, not there. But
tried to get the back corner, but they covered this time.
Was a good aggressive play. Great
nice pass
by Joy.
Good chance for a good swing. Still alive. That's going to go out. Joy wanted to go after that one.
Yes. So just hold yours. Let that go.
So a 3-point lead.
Aubrey serving a nice ball.
Another one. She has 2 aggressive serves in a row here.
Here comes our timeout.
She's out of timeouts now after that early timeout she took. So if Wes-Del can come out and get this, you feel like if they can get this point out coming out of timeout, they'd be in a great position here to pull this set off and ultimately win the match.
Oh, I think so. I think if they can, especially if they can push to 20, that's when the pressure really starts for your 0-2 MEC team to go 0-3. They don't want to do that, and they think this is one they can get. We think this is one we can get. And right now we're getting it.
Next time you'll see us on the Wes-Del Sports Network will be Wednesday night here. JV will start at 6. We'll come on for the varsity game whenever that one's over. We'll be happy to be here. Should be a nice crowd. I think there's all kinds of good stuff going on. I think there are maybe raffle baskets or ones that you can bid on.
That's when it's fun, when there's all kinds of things going on, and a big volleyball match and a big rivalry and a rivalry-friendly team and
right.
coach, and those were always fun nights. You look forward to them. My question, will we bring out the pink and white volleyballs?
Oh.
We do have those.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Yes, I think so. I haven't been in the storage room for a couple of years, but
we'll show up or tune in and find out.
That's right.
Out of the timeout, another strong serve by Antrim. Wes-Del would love to get this point. Still alive.
Oh, boy.
So that one didn't go the way Wes-Del was hoping out of the timeout, but still a 3-point lead.
Yes.
Get a side out right back here, you're still in great shape. You got a point or 2 to play with here when you're up 3. Nice pass. Feel like there's a sense of urgency on that Blue River side right now, knowing that they're running out of points, and that's out of bounds. So sometimes the block is great. Sometimes it works against you. And that time, hands were turned a little bit outside.
And that's something you work on in practice. Well, you work on it offensively, hitting the ball off that block like that. Hit it hard.
Yeah.
And then defensively, you work on keeping that from happening. Now, we're not a big blocking team, but still something we're going to work on.
Oh, nice attack off of 2 there.
That's right.
Sometimes the best thing you can do is just be aggressive and make them have to scramble.
And here we sit at 20-15 once again.
It's amazing how that's worked out in all these sets just about.
Yep.
Oh, that little roll's going to work for her. Autumn West gets the point there, an important point for Blue River. They want to have a
Velocity's
chance.
nice, but, you know,
They-
you just got to get it to the floor.
It is the floor, right? Still alive and the kill.
I like the direction this is going.
Starting to feel like Wes-Del's taking control of this set. Good service back here with Taylor Freeman. I don't even think coach is calling zones at this point.
I think it's get it in as aggressively as you can. Now, I did see Taylor glance over, but it may be a preset.
Nice aggressive
zone as
serve.
well.
That's going to be a point to Blue River and a side out.
Sometimes you have that server who has just one really best serve, and that's what they're going to serve every time.
(21-17) lead here for Wes-Del. Nice pass. Back and forth there, low action. And another point. So Blue River saying not so fast. We're still here.
That's right.
And I think coach may have 2 timeouts left if she needs them.
She may be reaching into her pocket for one here.
Yeah, I was
after
going to say,
this.
we may be a point away from using one of those if she has 2.
Good pass.
Another nice pass. There's where you want to go. Hits the tape first.
That time, setter couldn't get around middle hitter.
And let's see if Kai can do what she did last time and just end it with her service.
That'd be nice. Blue River has their best hitter up. One more rotation. Oh! And you just got to expect this ball on a good pass to go to the middle. Just know that it's going to go there.
Stay aggressive if you're Wes-Del. You've got a couple points to play with, so stay aggressive. Like you said, there it is, kept alive. Antrim with the roll. Blue River keeps it alive.
There we go.
There, it's more 1 point away from this set and ultimately the match for Wes-Del. Let's see if Kai can end it again.
That one zone looks awfully tasty over there.
She's going to go right down the line, I believe. She does, and that's a little too aggressive. So side out to Blue River. Wes-Del just needs 1 point. Stranger things have happened, so if you're Wes-Del, you stay locked in. Nice pass. Joy
I like
put
the
it
set.
away. And that was in. And they call it in. Oh, I'm sorry, they called it out.
They
And
did
that's the
call it
match.
out.
Yeah, that's it. So Wes-Del takes it 25-19, ultimately wins the match on a hit out of bounds there to finish the game. We'll take a short break, come back and wrap this game up on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back here to wrap this one up here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Just kind of what we expected there, Coach. A close match with 2 teams that were obviously pretty evenly matched. And we said earlier, if you come out of this with a win, you're going to be happy. If you don't, you're going to go home feeling like, man, that was one we probably could have gotten and we let get away.
Yeah, I thought we came up with some big plays at the right time. We missed some key plays, but that's your youth. But then when you can come back and make key plays, that shows they're growing, they're getting better, and that's a good thing.
So ultimately, that's a MEC victory for Wes-Del. That takes them to, I believe, 3-7 now in the conference. Is that no 3-7 overall? I'm sorry, 2-4 in the conference. That will drop Blue River to 2-5 overall and 0-3 in the conference. So a big conference win for the Warriors is exactly what they were hoping for coming into tonight. And again, the MEC just keeps right on rolling along here when Cowan comes to town on Wednesday night.
No rest.
No rest. Practice up tomorrow. A little bit probably more of talking, walking through some things, maybe some serving, staying sharp, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah, and make sure those pink shirts or whatever they're going to be wearing are ready to go as well.
That's right. So join us again on the Wes-Del Sports Network this Wednesday. JV starts at 6. Varsity will be right after that. We'll be joining you here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. We're looking forward to it. It's Blackout Cancer Night. Come to the game that night. Support Coach Van Meter and his family and support a great cause while watching some great volleyball with two teams, again, that will be evenly matched and ready to probably give us a good night of volleyball with our friends from Cowan coming in on that MEC. Implications will be on the line for that one also. So
it'll be a great night.
It should be. So join us again on Wednesday. We'll be happy to see you then. Until then, it's Coach and Coach here on the Wes-Del Sports Network.